Hey guys, Caleb's Cards here, coming at you with the final video to determine who is on which team for the Battle of the Decades contest, determining whether you'll be on Team 80s or Team 90s. I have all the participants who let me know, messaged me somehow, said they were interested in joining. Um, and I will still allow sign up at least until the 20th when the contest officially starts for counting points. By that time, everybody will be assigned teams, so it'll just kind of uh, they'll just go to one team or another. So if there's one person uh, wants to sign up, then they'll just be assigned a team, and then the next person, and so on, just to try and make sure it's fair and evened out. I'm hoping this random will even out the teams, and we'll have a good amount of people that get that I either send out a lot, um, as well as balance with some, but maybe you just send a few, which is perfectly fine. Just send out what you're able to do. So it's just for fun. Maybe just a little bit of bragging rights, I guess, if you want to mess with each other. See which is the best decade. But we're just trying to get as many points as we can for the teams, and just have some fun and have kind of a goal in mind to work towards. And that's with getting athletes and coaches count as well. So I don't know if I mentioned that, but coaches, crew chiefs, those are okay as well. They are, I would consider them as athletes. So you can send to those people as well. But as long as it's a sports card and it was made in either the 80s if you're on Team 80s, or it was made in the 90s and you're on Team 90s. It doesn't have to be tops or Fleer. If it was a random card that was made during that time, it's okay. I can't count index cards just because there's no way to count those. And then they do need to show the player or the coach who signed it on the card somewhere. They don't necessarily have to be named, but as long as they're in the picture on the card. Um, some people also ask, do like say if you're on Team 80s and you got a whole bunch of 89, 90 hockey or basketball cards, do those count? And I would say yes. They count for either team. Just because they have 89, 90 on them, that is okay. So if you're on Team 90s and you want to send an 89, 90 card, and maybe that's the set you collect, that's perfectly fine. I will count that. So that is okay. Hopefully I mentioned that private signings are okay. So as long as you send away to a private signing, you can get somebody. We determined not to um, give extra points for paid successes just because it'd be too hard to know for sure. Because technically you could just say, oh, I sent $1 to this person and you get extra points. Maybe you did, maybe you didn't. So it's just too hard to regulate. So we won't do that. I also think, what did I also, I mentioned, um, I can't remember, that may have been it. I don't know. But please make sure you send only cards. Make sure they're from your decade. Um, when you are assigned your team, if you can report them to your team captain. So Team 90s, you will report your successes 4 points to Chase. So his links will be down below. I'll put his email, put his YouTube. If you have him on Facebook or you have his text number, phone number, you can submit through there as well. I'm sure he'll work out the details of that. I'll also put his Instagram in there as well. Um, so that's how we'll count. We'll do it differently. So you're not reporting to me for Team 90s, but you will report to your captain. For Team 80s, you will report to me. You just let me know who you got, and then if you do videos, you can submit via email, Facebook, whatever. As long as you can send a photo or at least send me a text saying who you got, then I can count them. So, and then we'll try and do weekly reviews or bi-weekly, depends on uh, how busy we are or what we can do, just to show where everybody's at and make sure that I've got everybody's successes recorded and didn't forget any. And again, you can start getting points November 20th, so that is Monday, and the contest ends March 31st. So I think that's like a Saturday or Sunday. So um, if we have to add more time, we can, but I think that should be a pretty solid amount of time. You can count successes that were sent out previously as long as they come back by the start time of this contest. So even if you sent it 5 years ago and it comes back today and it's a 1989 Topps car and you're on Team 80s, hey, you can get a point as long as it arrives inside that time frame. So I think that about covers it. Hopefully. So we will switch screens and show you the list and make sure I got everybody, make sure I didn't forget anyone. and then we'll randomize and see who's on which team. So here we go. Okay, here we go. So this is my list. I've been keeping track of everybody. I've got like where they primarily upload or what they primarily do. I don't know why there's a G there. Pretty much everybody's YouTube, but I want to go through the list. So obviously I'm the captain for Team 80s, and Chase in Ink is the captain for Team 90s. You can get to his link to his channel and stuff all down below. And I'll also put my information down below if you haven't got it yet. But we have Megan TT Hobbies joining us, Disguise Cards, Brandon Stebbins, Adam's Card Closet, Eric Jolly, Scott Spalding, Delaney's Sports Cards, Henry S., Johnny Serena, Dustin Blake, Math Bowler, Pure Collector, Tony Black, Two Cards 23, Lone Wolf Picker, Patrick's Baseball Cards, David Grudzen, Four Leaf Cards, Ryan Stonebreaker, Mike Kane, My Brave 2012, Frank M. TTM's Five Leaf Clover Hobbies and More, Adam 716, Leslie Smith, Craig Lammers, TTM Press, Three Good Nerds, The Hot Corner, and Ditka Collector. And then I have these two down here. They expressed interest on Facebook, but they didn't for sure say they were going to join unless, I don't know if maybe Melvin might be one of these and I just don't realize it. But I sent them the videos to review and they didn't say whether or not, so I'm giving them a couple days to, if they happen to see this, if they just let me know. So I put Melvin Corpening and Jack Williams down, and I can add them in later, assign them to a team later. So if they still want to join, they'll have until the 20th, so Monday. So I copy and pasted this list. They're right here, everybody. I think we have 30 plus people in here, so it should be a fun contest. Like always, we usually roll 2 dice just to see how many times we randomize a list. And I also should, so we'll go every other one. So because, let's see here. I should do another, actually I should do a randomization just to see the order. So, because what we'll do is if the first person shown will be one of these. So let's roll the dice 5 times. So we'll randomize this list 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So the first person, so it'll go Team 90s, Team 80s, Team 90s, Team 80s. That's what we'll do. So if it were just like this, Megan TT Hobbies would be Team 90s, Disguise Cards would be Team 80s, basically. So that's what we'll do. So every other one. So let's see. Let's roll 2 dice again to see how many times we randomize that list. 9 times. Wow. So here we go. Got 1. We got 29 people. My bad. Well, 31 with me and Chase. 2, 3. So basically, odd numbers are Team 90s, even numbers are Team 80s. If that makes sense. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and final time to see. Here we go. Good luck, everybody. Number 9. All right. So we got on Team 90s, Ditka Collector, Henry S., Craig Lammers, Johnny Serena, Eric Jolly, My Brave 2012, Patrick's Baseball Cards, David Grudzen, Delaney's Sports Cards, Brandon Stebbins, Dustin and Blake, TTM Press, Disguise Cards, Mike Kane, and Frank M. TTMs. You are on Team 90s with Chase. So I will let Chase know, and I think he's going to try and put a little slideshow video of the team members also. I'm going to try and do that with Team 80s. So we'll work on that here later today or tomorrow. But I will let him know who he's got. And I do want to screenshot this before I end this video so I remember everybody. All right, so joining me on Team 80s will be Pure Collector, Math Bowler, 2 Cards 23, 3 Good Nerds, Lone Wolf Picker, Adam's Card Closet, Tony Black, or TTMs I believe, The Hot Corner, Megan TT Hobbies, I know she'll be excited because she wants to be Team 80s, Scott Spalding, 4 Leaf Cards, Ryan Stonebreaker, Adam 716, and Leslie Smith. You guys will be joining me on Team 80s, so I think that's a pretty balanced team right there. I think that should be good. And again, if Melvin and Jack want to join, we'll assign them a team. And if some other people want to join, they have at least a couple more days, we can add them on. So for now, that's who we got. So thank you everybody for watching. Thank you everybody for joining. Most importantly, I hope you'll have fun just doing it with me and with everybody else. This should be a fun time. Again, this is no pressure. Send as many as you can, or how you feel like doing. If you just send 10 a month, that's fine. If you send 100 a month, if you go crazy like Medium Marauder, that's okay. Just do your best you can. I sent out probably over 100. I don't know how many more I'll get out because I don't have that many 80s cards, but I'm working on it, getting a few. And you have plenty of time to get them out. So, and all the people I sent to don't even charge as far as I'm aware. So I went for all free signers. I didn't even go for paid signings, but we'll see. So yeah, so all right, everybody, have fun, and I'll try and send you guys all messages to let you know who you're on here, so you can get started. So all right, bye.